Welcome back to Singh Tries. This week, Alberta issued a tornado alert with warnings for large hail, and unlike my neighbor who was chilling on the deck convinced nothing was coming, I actually took the weather seriously. By the time I thought to grab the camera, I'd already covered the garden. But look at this. Prepared, responsible, learning from my previous mistakes. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. The sky was getting darker and the wind was picking up, and it really looked like we were going to get hit. So we followed the alert directions and hid out in the basement with the cats and some snacks. And then we waited and watched. And then the storm turned. We got a lot of rain, but thankfully no large hail. The garden was safe. I'd done it. I had successfully protected the garden from a storm. So about an hour later when the sun came out, well, naturally I uncovered everything. Because apparently one good decision is enough for the day. And that's when it hailed. Of course it did. Just like last time. They say even a donkey doesn't hit itself on the same stone twice. Well, nothing says Alberta weather quite like waiting for me to put everything away. Thankfully, we got really lucky. The hail was only about pea-sized, and because of the direction it was coming from, the garage and these big trees actually protected most of the garden. There was a little bit of damage, but nothing serious. Still, I think my current hail protection system has one pretty obvious problem. It relies on me knowing what the weather is going to do. And we've already established that that's not really my thing. Fool me once, shame on the weather. Fool me twice, apparently I build a roof. I decided it was finally time to make something that could just stay out here all the time. I had some extra row cover, bamboo stakes, zip ties, and an idea. That's usually how these things start. The plan was pretty simple. Use the bamboo stakes to make a little bit of support over the beds and attach the row cover so it can stay in place. It's not going to cover the whole garden, but at least some of the garden will have a little bit of protection if we get hit again unexpectedly. Is it professionally engineered? No. Is it going to survive a tornado? Definitely not. But hopefully I won't have to run through the garden covering everything every time my phone tells me there's a severe thunderstorm. And maybe it won't blow away like the bed sheets. Well, that might be too optimistic. You know what they say. An ounce of prevention is worth several hours of me panicking. Or something like that. And honestly, it's better than nothing. So, with my highly sophisticated hail protection system finished, I went to the porch swing. Look at me, relaxing. This feels suspicious. With my extremely questionable hail protection in place, I could finally get back to some of my usual gardening jobs. The peas needed trellising, the tomatoes needed tying, everything needed something. It's nice to feel wanted. But then, I found this. The first tomato blossoms are finally starting to dry up. And underneath, look, they're starting to form. Tiny little tomatoes are just beginning to push out of the blossoms. Everyone stay calm. I've been hand pollinating these blossoms every single day. But look at this one. This is a ponderosa pink, and it came from that fasciated blossom I've been obsessing over. And I'm telling you, this thing looks like it might be 3 tomatoes stuck together. I don't know, I might be wrong. But every single day I come out here and check it. Has it grown? Has it changed? Is it still weird? Yes. The excitement is killing me. I'm far too invested in this tomato. They say patience is a virtue. Well, I wouldn't know. I check it twice a day. And now that I'm seeing little tomatoes starting to form on more of the plants, it's begun. Tomato season is coming. Well, not yet, but it's coming. The last of the spinach came out, which left me with 3 empty spaces. So I planted beets. A lot of beets. We're actually not big beet eaters, so naturally I sowed about 100. Go big or go home. Although I'm already home, so I guess we're going big. I guess we're also going to have to learn to like beets. I planted more pole peas for succession, and because I had half a package left, I didn't want to put it back in the seed box. Waste not, want not, plant it all. Deal with the consequences later. So, more peas. Then we have this spot. This is where I planted lima beans 3 times. I planted them once, nothing. So I planted them again, nothing. And then for some reason, I thought the third time would be different. Not one lima bean came up, not one. Okay, I can take a hint. Third time's the charm, unless you're a lima bean, apparently. So I planted yard-long beans instead. Let's see if they actually want to grow here. No pressure, but the bar is literally underground. I also planted rutabaga. Is it too late? Well, probably. But you miss every shot you don't take. So good luck to them. May the odds be ever in their favor. The mosquitoes have also been a little bit better. Maybe the mosquito dunks are working. Maybe. That feels too optimistic. Pride comes before the fall, and optimism comes before the mosquitoes find me again. So I'm just going to leave it there. And then there's this. One of my peonies is doing something weird again. It did the exact same thing last year. The other peonies seemed completely fine. But this one's starting to look like it's dying back. It has been really hot. Maybe it's getting extra heat reflected onto it here. Maybe it's too dry. Maybe it's something completely different. I genuinely don't know. The other peonies are fine. And this one's apparently decided it's done. If you grow peonies, then you know what's happening here. Please tell me. Because right now, my diagnosis is, well, it's unhappy. Very scientific. After spending most of the week watching the sky, we decided to go up in it. For our anniversary, my husband and I went on a hot air balloon ride. And honestly, it was incredible. I've never seen Alberta like this before. Everything looks so calm from up here. Apparently, the weather's a lot less stressful when your garden isn't underneath you. And then, it was time to land. We came down so low we were basically skimming over the bushes. And right there was a moose and a deer. We're floating over the bushes in a giant balloon, and there's a moose beneath us. And we're also trying to land. There's a lot going on. Definitely not how I expected the morning to end. But it was amazing. So the garden survived another week of Alberta weather. The tomatoes are finally starting to form. And the ponderosa pink is getting weirder. And I finally accepted that maybe I shouldn't be responsible for predicting the weather. Live and learn. Or in my case, plant and panic. Until next time. We plant, we panic, and we stop trusting the forecast.